All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Let's take a look at Ocoya. I picked this up about a year ago. I'm not using this. I have other tools as well. I've actually been using this tool called CoSchedule for building up some social media this last month. But Ocoya, I pick up a lot of tools, and obviously I cannot, if I went over and showed you my products over here, it's a ton of products, right? After doing this for a couple of years. So it's impossible for me to use all of these tools. But I do pick them up when they are good and with the hopes of that it will end up being a tool that I use in my business. But it's gotten to the point where there's too many good tools and I can't even use them all anyways, right? But in this case, I'm glad I picked it up because now I can go and we can go check out what has changed. I've already kind of given a sneak peek and it has definitely, the looks of it have changed. It's slicker, the UI, and it seems like they've come a long way and it's a lot faster and so forth. So we're going to go check that out in a sec. This is part of the Black Friday deal. So Ocoya has not been on the platform for like a year. I picked this up last Black Friday. And so that tells me that the site is getting, and I also checked the site, it's getting about 100,000 visitors a month. So the site and the business seems like it has been sustained, and the company seems to be doing well. This is a social media automation software, right? So we're going to go and just take a look. If you guys want to pick this up, there'll be a link below and you'll get 10% off during the Black Friday event. Ocoya will be leaving after 6 days. They're only here for a quick stop for the Black Friday sale. It's important on the plans and features right over here just to know that you can pick up more codes. Like right now, I'm on a tier 1, but if you wanted to go and pick up more codes, this would be the time for me to go and purchase more codes if I wanted to. It says something about right here, stacking 20 plus codes unlocks the platinum plan, whatever that is. And then you have the copy translations, 26 languages. But this is the important stuff to know. Unlimited scheduled posts, unlimited images and videos, and 10,000 plus templates. You get all that even in the tier 1 pricing plan. So that's really cool. This is one of those ones, guys, where I would strongly recommend the single plan. I usually don't do that, but in this case, the single plan especially if you're a solopreneur, you only have 1 or 2 brands to manage. Maybe up to 3 or 4 brands, to tell you the truth, because 25 social media profiles, they're being very generous. If you go out on the web and go find some social media automation tools, usually you get 5. Usually you get 5 social media profiles, and it can cost up to $30 a month for automation. For example, I'm on CoSchedule right now, and that's actually what I'm paying for like 5 social profiles. And it's like $29 a month, something like that. So this is a great price. You'll never have to pay again, just $69 one time, and you get 25 social profiles. You even have I don't know why in the world you would want 16 team members, but team members is nothing that you would, I just can't imagine why you would need 48 team members to manage just 75 profiles. The team member part is a little confusing to me, as far as are these team members actual admins that you would give access to? That is just nuts. I believe it's 50 total profiles, so I really don't know how you would divide that up into 8 different workspaces, and then you would have the way I look at it, that's unlimited admins, virtual assistants, team members, social media members, managers, whatever you want to call them. But the standout part right here is that you get a ton of social profiles and unlimited AI credits and so forth. So this is a really good deal, really good pricing, and you can't go wrong with picking up even the single plan right here. Okay, so let's go jump in and check it out. We're right over here, and you can see I'm on tier 1 right here, just the 25 right there, pretty cool. There is a settings. This is pretty cool. You can actually upload a workspace image. This would probably be recommended for if you do have a workspace per brand that you're going to manage, then maybe that workspace, you would put their logo right here. So it'd just be nice and polished and updated. Looks like this is where you'll add your users at and so forth. But this is pretty cool. It comes kind of when you come in, it's going to highlight the text in green and so forth. So you can change the different color depending on what you like, what colors you like. I like blue. different blue colors. And so I'm going to go with, we'll just keep it on that right now, the indigo blue. And then you would just save changes. You can also go with your time zone right here. I'm going to select Denver right there and push save changes. So we've got that all set up. I don't know what this button over here says bonus, but I don't know what that means. But I obviously have a lock on that. And then let's go up here. I'm actually working from the bottom to the top because then we're going to spend most of the time in the planner section. Here's the integrations. We have embed. Our embed widget lets you add social scheduling into your product with just a few lines of code, no API required. They have Make, they have Zapier, they have API. They actually have an open API, so you could use this for developers and so forth. So really cool. They have Airtable as well and Integrately. So they've got some nice integrations that can be very useful. We have AI tools, post generator, prompt library, and copywriter. We'll come back to that in a sec. We have an analytics feature. And now create your first report. So this part is kind of interesting, guys, because if I'm not mistaken, because this has been, this tool was available 2 years ago. This was one of the first social media automation tools that I took a look at on AppSumo. And, you know, to be quite frank, I purchased it right away. And then there was a lot of kind of bugginess, if you will, and it was slow, and there was things that I ended up not liking about it. There was a lot to be excited about. I'll admit that. And the tool right now, I can tell you right now, this looks way different than it did 2 years ago. They've done a rehaul for sure. I think they've done a rehaul a couple times, is what it looks like. But long story short, I actually got a refund on this one 2 years ago. But then Black Friday rolled around last year, and this was a tool I didn't want to miss out on, so I went ahead and picked it up. I picked up a copy just so I could secure that copy. But I will say that the last 2 full years, I believe that this analytics section, this literally just needs to be taken off here because they have not come out with this. It says coming soon right here. And if I'm not mistaken, I could go and watch my first review video. The analytics feature didn't work 2 years ago, and it's not working right now. So that's a little concerning to have an analytics section sitting here for 2 years. And you haven't developed that, but you're kind of throwing it in the customer's face that, hey, we've got this coming, but you're going to have to wait, more than 2 years for it. And then another thing, guys, is, they're working on all other integrations. That's really cool. They got the Pinterest integration is now live. There's a ribbon right here you can see. But my big thing is they need to figure out this analytics section. It just says coming soon. I think that they need to do better than that. So that's my opinion on that. They have a dark mode right over here. That's pretty cool. I like that as well. We're going to keep scrolling up, guys. So e-commerce, you can hook up your Shopify, WooCommerce, Etsy. That's really neat that it syncs into Etsy. You know what would be really, really cool if they synced into Teachers Pay Teachers. Not a lot of people know about Teachers Pay Teachers, but it's a pretty dang big platform. And it's, a specific platform for educators that post things, digital products like on Etsy and so forth. It would be really cool. I know of BigCommerce as well. But it would be cool if they could do some type of integration. But there has to be a way to integrate with those platforms. And I don't think TPT or Teachers Pay Teachers has that ability or an AI or an API key. So that's probably why they wouldn't be able to do that. But really cool that you can specifically integrate with e-commerce. We have our automation over here. So you would create your first automation. Basically, this is where you're going to add your RSS feed, and then you can run your social media on auto completely hands off. This is something I need to look into because I've been slacking on social media for sure. And I do need automation because you either have two things. You can either hire someone, and that's going to cost you money in your business for automation, or for an employee to do social media for you. Or you can hook up some automation like this and have something where you're actually getting stuff out there, right? So there's really just two ways of doing it. So automation, need to look into that. Pretty cool stuff. So here's where your socials are. I have my LearnWire Facebook page connected, but if you want to connect, you just go to Connect Profiles. You can see we have Facebook. We have Instagram business. We have Twitter over here. It's going to be so hard for Twitter to completely officially change its name to X. For people to actually say, hey, we're on X right now, It just doesn't sound right, you know. People are going. I think people are not really fully ever going to get away from calling X Twitter, because it's Twitter and it's been Twitter for the last 15 years, right? We've got LinkedIn, we got Pinterest, just became available. You know, for them to be around for 2 years, I'm surprised they don't have TikTok available right here. There's a lot of these platforms that are launching that they already have TikTok right out of the gates. So I'm going to give them, I'm going to fault them on that a little bit. And that's just not impressive. You've got to have all of the availability, in my opinion, if you're going to be a social media automation tool. TikTok's one of the biggest, if you want to call it social media. It's definitely, competitor of YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and so forth. Like, we don't even have YouTube Shorts right here or TikTok. So these are some of the things that are frustrating to me. You can see that, there's some things that I'm being very much critiquing with Ocoya. And this is the way I felt 2 years ago with Ocoya. I'm just pointing out some of the things, that I'm seeing and just being completely transparent and honest with you guys. Definitely not saying this is a bad tool. We're going to go check out. Maybe I'll be completely impressed with just how it creates content and so forth. But I would love to see them get this stuff out. Roll out TikTok as quick as possible. Roll out YouTube Shorts as quick as possible. I mean, look at this. This tool's been around for 2 years now, and we still only have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and they just added Pinterest, right? So for a long time, it was just the 4. Boom. And then now look, we finally added Pinterest. I'm kind of surprised that they just don't have these other 2 right over here. And we don't have Google Business. We don't have Slack, Telegram, Discord, or whatever, Mastodon. So I would literally just love to see this move faster right here. But you would just push the connect button to connect your account right over here. And then we have our planner tool, right? So planner, we can look at the calendar. This is what the calendar is going to look like. Looks like we do have all the nice ways of looking at this. So I'm looking at it in a week standpoint. Looks like the views are over here. So we can look at it from the month standpoint right there. And we can look at it from, looks like this might be from a daily basis right here. Posts right over here. So we can go and create with AI. We can create a post from scratch. I think that we probably would be mostly, interested in creating our first post with AI. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. We're going to create with AI and describe your post. So let's just do something like, check out this awesome social media automation tool called Ocoya. And then I'm going to go ahead and just say create. What do we do over here? Social media right over here. So really, I just want to focus on Facebook on this one. So I'm going to change that because we only have that. And then we have templates. You can actually choose a template that you kind of like. I'm going to just leave it in default mode right now. Source images, you can actually upload your image if you want. Let's just see what it does for us. I'm going to say create. Each post will use up to 2 AI credits. All your generated posts will automatically be. So I don't know why that they are counting the AI credits. When coming back over here, doesn't it say we have unlimited AI credits? So I'm really not sure why they're keeping track of it. Maybe for people that are not on the lifetime plan. And this is just one of those places that few situations where the lifetime members get, the best bang for their buck, and they're getting the best advantage. They're getting all the AI credits. And then the people that are actually paying monthly don't. That would be very interesting. So we have these. I would need to set my color probably. There's a place to set our color because these don't match or anything like that. So, but we've got over here, streamline your social media presence with Ocoya, the ultimate automation tool for a game-changing efficiency right here. It does say hashtag Ocoya, hashtag social media tool, social media management. So it's getting Ocoya in all of those. And then it's using social media automation, social media management. So I like that. That's it's using a different keyword for social media, but it's sticking with the product in there as well. And it's not overwhelming. It's a nice short and sweet post with an image. So that's pretty cool, but we would definitely need to change the colors and so forth, right? So I'm going to go ahead and copy this part right here and just, I'm going to throw that in my notepad real quick, just so I can have that little prompt there, because I want to go and see if I can get the colors changed Obviously, you can see a download button. You would download that, or you would edit and schedule. I'm going to click edit and schedule, see what this pulls up. We can go in here to the design editor. We can go into Canva, Unsplash, Giphy, so we can actually pull up Canva inside of here if we wanted to. We still have our preview right over here, but I'm interested in how we change the color, right? How would we, this is where we can change the post or the description. We can add hashtags. We actually have an AI assistant right in here. We have emojis, pretty cool. We could also at this point add the image in right here if we wanted to. So overall, and then we would just save this, right? So now we would go into our calendar. Well, where is that post now? Because we saved the post. Okay, so we have our post in right here. Editor schedule. So I want to see how the scheduling feature works. We would come over schedule for later. I'm not getting the option down here on the right. So I'm going to go click on that connect profile because we do have one connected, but maybe it's a lost connection. So that part's interesting. We are connected to the LearnWire reviews, but I don't know why it's not letting us schedule that. Okay. And then I'm not really seeing where we would set our brand colors, right? Because when we're in the planner and we schedule that, or we try to schedule that post, first of all, the scheduling isn't working. I don't know what's going on with that. And then we would want to at least try to set colors if we could. But I'm gonna go over here. So that's kind of what that looks like. And then I'm gonna go to AI tools real quick. So we have our prompt library. Let's go to copywriter. So we have all projects right over here, blog intro, social media post. So this looks like where they have a folder system, projects right over here. Let's just go to pick a template. And then this is where this turns into like an AI writer, where we could go in and do Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube description. I mean, you've got all this stuff right over here. We can click on blog. They have blog ending, outline, intro, blog extender, press release. This is going to be kind of your, what I would call old school. This stuff would work for social media, so it's great to have in here. Nothing bad to say about that, but it is definitely not something I would use for like blogging or something like that. It's not going to replace your need for like Koala or Agility or ZimWriter or any of those tools. But it will get the job done where you would just, click on something like social media post. It's going to load the template. We can go in here and write something and generate, and it's going to give us some text back. Then we could copy that and turn it into a post if we wanted to. Okay. So it's cool that they have that built in here. If you need help with that, any more these days, honestly, almost into 2024, I would just go right over to ChatGPT and say, hey, write me up this, write me up that, and it'll do a great job with emojis and do the whole thing. And so I would really be using this primarily for the automation over here and the scheduler and so forth like that. But that's just me being completely honest. We have our AI prompt generator. And so right now I can see that this is scrolling down. I can't really seem to scroll down. TikTok growth expert assistant, your TikTok growth expert use prompt. So it says that you are a TikTok growth expert mainly focused on growth, but also with great knowledge in social media in general. You know what is important and how to make TikTok successful, and the most important factors for TikTok rely on a mix of interactions and video information. What is TikTok algorithm and indicators are important. The TikTok algorithm, blah, blah, blah. So it's, so we would use in ChatGPT, and then that would just open up prompt copied, and then we would come over to ChatGPT, and then we would say right over here, you can see the prompt right over here, and then I guess we would just push enter. So it says that, and it says an example user message would be, what is the TikTok algorithm? An example output, and furthermore, key indicators. So then we have ChatGPT, hello, it sounds like you're interested in understanding TikTok algorithm. And then now it's going to answer that. So we would want to change this question right here in order to, so now down here, we would just say, hey, new question, and then we'd ask the question. Some of this stuff it's It's neat, guys. There's plugins. They've definitely expanded the different tool sets and so forth. But this part over here, I'm not sure how much you would, I'm just thinking about my business. I'm a little bit more confused than anything on what tool, like what am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to use? Explore prompts from the community. Prompts act as the context given to an AI to act upon. With prompts, you can create your own AI assistant or text generator, explore the examples written by our community, or publish your own. So you can actually favorite them. How would we favorite this? We would add this as a favorite right there, and then it would end up being in our favorites bucket over here. That's cool. Right now I'm doing the scroll wheel, and it's not letting me scroll down. Right over here, I'm going to go ahead and go into full screen and see if that does anything for us. Not really. Okay, I'm going to go back. So kind of interesting. It says that there's 0 to 45 prompts right here, but I can't scroll down. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, but I can't scroll down. So it's kind of frustrating right there. This is where you would create your own right here and share with the community, or maybe just save personally for yourself. I'm a little confused by this part right over here, guys. To be honest, it's just a little bit more overwhelming, and I'm just not sure what I would actually do with all this stuff right over here. But you're welcome to take a look at the prompt library. We have our post generator right over here, and I believe the post generator is kind of the same as going to Planner and add post. But one thing that I'm not seeing is where we can set our brand colors, so that when it creates this post right here, that it would actually change the colors to the colors that we want. I may be just completely missing that, but I did go through all these settings and I didn't see it. But I'm going to go ahead and click on one again. So right over here, this is basically the powerhouse part of Ocoya. This is why I would use this tool, is to create these quick posts right over here. But you are going to need to go in and make changes. You are going to need to go in right over here. And like I said, I don't know why I'm not able to schedule right there. And I'm not seeing, okay, so I'm going to push edit right here. And this is where it's going to open up. And right here, it looks like it opened up, I don't know, app.ocoya. So maybe they have their own kind of, they have their own white label. I forgot what the company was called that had this right over here. They might have even bought them, but this is a Canva-like tool. But you can see right over here, we're not actually in Canva. And basically, this is where we would come in here and probably go into our brand kit over here and start editing our brand kits and making the changes to the color right over here, right? So if we wanted to go with here, and I don't quite have my my green laid out, but for LearnWire, it would be something like that right there, right? And then maybe we want to come over here and make that, undo that. But maybe we want to come in here and select the fill for this color, and maybe that's going to be a white. And then maybe, right, we're starting to look better. Maybe we don't want that text to be like that. So we can go over to effects and just say, we don't want the curved, we want none. Maybe we want it to be an outline. So you could come in here and do some more things with this. And so I would definitely spend 5 minutes making your image look good, probably. And then you would save this, save design, push that button there, PNG. So it's saving it. And then it's got to be updating. So we've got our new image in here right here. So that's cool. You can do that editing inside of the tool, which is pretty nice. And then you would just save. But how I would use this tool, to be honest, is I would probably, just because of my workflow and my familiarity and the speed of which I would be able to do this, I would use Canva, design my graphics for the week, and then I would come in here and I would just say, I would probably either say create new. You still have the AI writer inside of here. And you would just say that, hey, this is a Facebook post. Well, right over here, as long as you have your brand kit over here, you would just grab something and you would create it real quick. So that looks like it's the actual workflow. But if you want to, you would just click down here and upload your own image right there as well. Okay, so you definitely have a lot of options with the tool. Okay, now I want to get out of here. Okay, there's a close. So you definitely have a lot of options with Ocoya. This is definitely, I believe this is going to take a little bit of finagling and getting used to. I got to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not going to just push a product to you guys. This is Ocoya. I first learned about it 2 years ago. I purchased it on AppSumo, and then I actually refunded it. And then a year went by, and I did that because of some of the feelings that I'm having right now. They still just have not, in my opinion, their true identity is still not given. They have all these different things, prompt generators. They have the AI templates in there where you can write blog posts in here. But then you have image creator where it connects with like Canva and so forth. And then they have it's overwhelming, the amount of tools. You kind of don't know where to start. And I just feel while I'm using the tool, I got to be just completely honest. It might just be me. Please leave a comment below what you guys think. But I just kind of feel lost using the tool. And then sometimes there's still those bugginess, right? It says my Facebook profile is connected, but then it won't let me schedule the post or send the post out. So at the end of the day, I mean, I have this. I'm not going to refund it or anything. I can't refund it. I bought it over a year ago, but I'm just feel like I'm missing something, or that they're just missing the point. They're missing the boat. They're missing the the excitement of like, this is what this tool does, and they do it very well. I get overwhelmed again. Like when I go in here, I just kind of don't know what to do. There's just way too much to do. So it's not really my cup of tea, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think it's a horrible software. I think that it's just going to take a little bit of a learning curve. And if you can figure out how to get the automation set up and put your RSS feed in here and push a button, and then it can go out and just do everything on autopilot, maybe that works amazing. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm not quite sure how to use the tool after trying several times. And then I'm disappointed that they still have not added YouTube Shorts, TikTok, all these ones. They have more things in here that they haven't added yet. And it's taken them 2 years just to add one more account. They started off with these 4 right here. It took them 2 years to get Pinterest finally working. Just be completely honest with you guys. Sorry. I mean, for me, it's a no-go. I won't be using this in my business. They do have almost 300 reviews, holding about a 4.1 star rating. So obviously some people are, a lot of people are using the tool. They've grown as a business. Me personally, I'm missing something with this software on the ease of use and the interface changes and, the lack of the social media profiles. That's just my opinion. So I'm not strongly recommending this one, but if you guys are seeing something that I'm not, then obviously go pick up the tool. It's only available right now on Black Friday for the 10% off. You're going to get 10% off, but then Ocoya will be leaving in 6 days as well. So hopefully you guys, this definitely helped you make an informed decision if this is the right software for you or not. Make sure to tune in. I have more of these coming out today and tomorrow and the rest of the week, and I'll see you soon.